and the point of casting it was mainly to say that, because of what this player said at the end of the game, did make me think the advantage that I do gain from the my companion or my partner leaving, or my teammate, excuse me, leaving the game does play a good role, because it does boost my minerals up, as we can see, because I have a huge amount of minerals that I'm not really using. But also, in a 2v1, you can push your advantage of having two players against my one, because I can only macro and micro at the same time for so long and so much because of my skill level. You should be doing two-pronged attacks, pushing your advantage, expanding like crazy, making more production facilities, just messing with me non-stop and everything like that. But they just decided not to. What happened this game is I won because they didn't decide to push their advantage, one, and two, they allowed me to macro up and and get my army to a to that critical mass I needed, and they obviously didn't work together at all. I don't know if they knew each other or something like that. I really don't know, but that's exactly what happened. They didn't decide to do anything about it, and I should be making way more production facilities because I cannot spend my minerals fast enough. And yeah, I got stuff all over the map. They really have nothing, so at this point I'm just sort of like cleaning up house, I suppose, as they really have nothing. Like I said before, this guy's supply block, no, not this guy, the red player's supply block now, because I did snipe that pylon, powering these four stargates. So he gets steamrolled, as I don't care about him because he was a bad-mannered child, so he gets no sympathy and no politeness. And his teammate, however, Rabbit, hasn't said anything all game. I don't think so. I leave him alone, as I will only badmouth you if you badmouth me first. So yeah. And I don't really know why there's a forge going down there. He does have one charge lot, but that will die surely. Yep, it does. And now it says Pipe has not rebuilt their base and is being revealed, so I take the time to badmouth him with some colorful language there, as I was kind of raging at the moment. For whatever reason, he tweaked me the wrong way or something like that. So I decided to use that. And I use that, and now he says, whoop, let's look at something fun. Nadu needs oats get to in diamond before talking smack. It wasn't 2v21 when your boys, or when you get your boys the income or income. NA1 knows what 2v1 with income is. Obvious win nub. Hey, STFU. Get on diamond and come talk to me. Who's losing? Thanks. You on diamond? Thought so, nub. And I tell him I'm a bronze player, which I'm sure stung him, but he does laugh it off. I stay in bronze to get picks, which is an actual lie, so I was bluffing there so I can look cool. But it is nice to be in bronze, because if you win a lot, you do get a bunch of really nice picks. I think at the moment my highest is like the Phoenix pick, and I actually really like that picture. So I tell him to keep talking. He keeps talking smack, so I ask him for a 1v1, and he says, why bother? So I tell him, cause you suck. And he says, dominated you early game with probes. I really don't know what that means. Or he was probably talking about my teammate, and at the moment he's starting to lag out. I think he does it on purpose to delay the game as much as possible or something, try to irritate me. But I'm just sort of spamming, and then he eventually left the game, as we can see there. So the moral of the story is, don't talk smack to Sparky, and you will live. Or no, the point of this is economic advantage of your teammate leaving does help you immensely, as we can see here with my extreme amount of excess minerals and gas. But also, as a 2v1, you should push your advantage, as I've said before, as having two players, or two minds, and two, or four working hands, I suppose, and two computers, to abuse that. Like, do stuff like they could attack me over here, and then attack me over here at the same time, and I couldn't do that. They have if they were on top of their macro and everything, they should have had a huge, huge army against me, and they could have just pushed each side, and that would have lost me the game. Because even though I have all these minerals and everything, I just don't have enough production facilities and production buildings to actually use them. So I'm not utilizing everything I can, and that would, well, I'm almost mined out here, but uh, that would put me into a corner and everything, and eventually they would win just because of sheer numbers, not because I have an economic advantage. And yeah, so the moral of the story is actually push your advantages, use every route you can to gain the advantage and outplay your opponent, which they decided not to do. And that's exactly what you need to do in RTS, because it's a real-time strategy. And the strategy part of it is, it's okay to cheat, not using cheating programs, but it's okay to cheat by abusing your advantages in that sense. So, like, if you cannon rush him and he's not ready for it, that's just another way to play. And he wasn't ready for it, so you won, he lost. That's kind of it. There's obvious ways to counter a cannon rush, as there's ways to counter a 6-pool or a 2-gate rush or marine all-in and all that junk. There's ways to counter it, and you should be learning that as a player in an RTS game, because, as I said just a couple seconds ago, an RTS is a real-time strategy, meaning you have to adapt to exactly what's going on in the game. And if you don't, you're going to lose. That's pretty much as simple as it gets. So that's that for that, or that's it for now, and subscribe if you haven't, because I will give you insight and guide you through this cloudy time that we are in, of new players coming in and out of Starcraft 2, as I am one of the new players. But subscribe if you haven't, because it's always nice to subscribe, because when you subscribe, Sparky feels special, and when Sparky feels special, all is right in the world. So like the video. Also, I do have a live stream. I will try to put that in the chat if I remember, or not the chat, the description. And it's always fun to do that, because I have music and I like to sing on my live stream. So yeah, that's awesome. And that's it for now, and I'll see you guys later.